All right, so I'm gonna let you come into broken wing on either side, and then I have a little bit to tell you about. And if you would like to take your legs into Supta Baddha Konasana with your soles of the feet together, knees wide, if that already feels good, you could take that. If that doesn't feel good in your hips quite yet, you can skip it. You could just extend the legs. If, after you're here for a few moments, you need to change up the legs, all the options. Um, but I got to take this, it was actually a yoga video that I did because I woke up late yesterday. I wanted to do a little yoga. And throughout the video, we did Kali Mudra, which is this mudra that we're going to take later, just this hand position. But afterwards, I wanted to know more about Kali. I knew just a little bit from some of my trainings, like kind of got mentioned in passing. So I'll just share a little bit about what I learned about Kali, who is the Hindu goddess of fearlessness. And there's a lot of kind of different versions of Kali. I think just the study of gods and goddesses and religion is so vast. But the few things I did find out. So she's the Hindu goddess of fearlessness. She's also the formless energy of Lord Shiva's demolishing forces. So Lord Shiva in Hinduism is the god most associated with destruction. But rather than just destruction, it's usually seen as destruction to provide space for rebirth. So she's this feminine embodiment of this demolishing force. She's seen as the epitome of empowerment. And we're kind of on this new moon, so usually we do a little bit chiller practice. But Kali, seen as a little fiery, but still this feminine energy. So still gonna give us this lunar energy, this feminine energy, even though it is a bit fiery. She's said to be outside of time while also being before, after, and always. She exists outside the constraints of good or evil and light and dark. So she is everything and nothing all at once. She's this formless embodiment of demolishing forces. And when we use this Kali Mudra, or when we come into an embodiment of Kali, positive vibrations are created by the flushing of negative thoughts from the mind. So it is still this demolishing energy, but in our case, it's this demolishing of negative energy, of negative thoughts, to make room for positivity and affirming thoughts. Start to make your way onto your other side. Maybe take a full reach up overhead between sides and then find your other arm. So that's a little bit about Kali. I thought everything that I read was what made me like her a little bit more. But the thing I liked most was just the idea that she is the goddess of fearlessness. And she was kind of given her own goddess status, it said, in 1000 BC. So she has been recognized as her own form for a long time. And I'm going to give you the rest of the time here just to settle into your breath and know that we'll move into some Kali energy here as we get going. So for just a couple more minutes here, can you start to settle into your breath? Can you begin to relax anything that might feel a little tense? So if your face needs just a couple maybe scrunches and spreads of the mouth or the forehead, can you soften across the chest and let the breath be really easy here? And then maybe just for a bit of that fiery energy here, you want to fire up your Ujjayi breath. That's that constricted throat breath, just to build a little heat before we get moving. We've got some really fun, energetic, big moves today. And we want these wide, open hips, open hearts, open shoulders. And that fiery breath might just help to warm it up right away. But always remembering the best breath is the breath that supports whatever pose you're in, whatever makes you feel comfortable and safe in that pose. So try on whatever breath here feels beneficial, feels awakening, maybe keeping that breath up in your chest to start. And then this is a very happy week for you and your family. So let this practice be a little celebratory. This feminine power, this idea of demolishing the negative to make room for the positive. Time for about 4 more deep breaths. Start to lean away from your bound hand and release it. If you're still working with those Baddha Konasana legs, maybe stretch them long as you reach both arms overhead. Take that full body stretch. And then we'll stay on our back here. We're going to take some of those bridge pulses and a few bridge walkouts. We've got some big moves on one leg today. So we want to fire up our glutes right away. So heels are nice and close. And you're going to keep this mostly in the glutes and thighs. We're going to probably not bend as much into the upper back and chest, but you're just going to lift and lower your hips. And you can take it with your breath, or you can take it a little faster. Press into your heels, engage the glutes as you just lift and lower. We're here for about 8 and 6. We're here for 4, 3, 2. On 1, we're going to hold it up at the top. Again, you're probably not in your fullest bridge. We're really sticking with the glutes here. Press into the heels, lift the hips a centimeter. We're just going to pulse up here for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You're going to press into the heels, and then with the weight in the heels, start to walk your heels forward. You're going to almost come to lying down, but you're still lifted through the hamstrings and glutes. You're going to walk it back in. So starting to feel hamstrings switch on, and then just walk it back out. We're going to take 2 more. So walk it out here. Walk it back in. 1 more time, weight in the heels as you walk it out. And walk it back in. Pause here. Lift the hips. We pulse just for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come on down. Give a little wag of your knees side to side, and then keep the left foot planted. We'll cross the right ankle over the left knee. Right hand to press the right knee away to start, and then without hands, maybe you want to cactus the arms, draw the legs in. So it's this handless figure 4. Just a breath or 2 here. You could even kind of wag the hips side to side, and then let the feet fall over to the left. Figure 4 twist, about 3 breaths here. Still using no hands, draw those legs back to center, and then switch it out. Right foot plants. Left ankle crosses over the right knee, and to start, you press the left knee away, even out the hips. And then back to the cactus with the arms, draw the legs in, and take a little rock side to side. Catch a breath in, and on your exhale, legs fall over to the right. We take 3 breaths here. Again, using no hands, draw it back in, uncross the legs, take your feet as wide as your mat, and just let your knees fall side to side a couple times. And after After that, we'll hug the knees into the chest, take a few rocks. We're gonna meet in a wide knee child's pose with tucked toes. And give yourself a little space because we're gonna kind of move from this child's pose. So your toes are tucked under. On an inhale, you're gonna create this cat back as you arch forward, drop the hips for seal pose, maybe the feet come up. And then take it back to your child's pose. So instead of cows and cats, we're taking the seal to child's pose, getting some stretch through the hips, through the feet. So take it as slow or as quick as you want it. See if you can bring some of that cow-cat action into the spine. You've got about 3 more breaths to take however this feels good. So take it back to your child's pose one more time. This time you're going to push forward all the way onto your belly, lower yourself all the way down, and then right ear straight up, right ear to the mat, right arm straight out to the right or to a cactus. Roll onto your right side. We get 5 breaths in the shoulder opener. One more full breath. And then right back onto the belly, switch it out. Left ear to the mat, left arm straight out or to a cactus. Roll onto the left side. It's your 5 breaths here. One more breath. And then it's back onto your belly. Take one cobra pose here. So press into the hands any amount, lift the chest. Exhale, bring it down. Inhale through a tabletop or a high plank. And exhale to a downward facing dog. And we're just passing through as we walk our hands back to our feet. And right away, catch a halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, let it go. Inhale all the way up with that flat back. Exhale, take a side bend over to the right. Inhale, center. Exhale, left. Inhale, center. Squeeze your glutes as you find a cactus. Inhale, reach it up high. Exhale, forward fold. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale to walk it out to your high plank just to catch an inhale. And exhale to downward facing dog, where right away you take little steps all the way up to your hands. Maybe an extra breath on the way. And it's a forward fold. Next inhale, you half lift. Exhale, let it go. All the way up with your inhale, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, side bend to the right. Inhale, center. Exhale, left. Inhale, center. Exhale, cactus. Inhale, reach it up. Exhale, forward fold. Halfway lift, breathe in. Exhale to a high plank. Catch just your inhale there. And then exhale, down dog. Again, the hands walk back towards your feet to a forward fold. You find your halfway lift, big breath in. Exhale to fold. All the way up, inhale, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, side bend right. Inhale, center. Exhale, left. Inhale, center. Exhale, last time here, cactus. Inhale, reach it up. Exhale, forward fold. Take a halfway lift, breathe in. Exhale, walk it out to your high plank. Catch an inhale, and then exhale, downward facing dog. Let's take just 5 breaths here. On this inhale, lift your right foot high. On your exhale, right foot on the outside of your right hand, left knee to the mat for lunging lizard. And then the option here is just to stay, maybe find some sway, or for about 3 breaths, you can pulse it back and forth. So just about 3 breaths here to explore what you need, try to find a little opening through the hip. One more full breath. And then start to walk that foot into center. We'll find our low lunge. Here's where we'll take our Kali Mudra. So Kali Mudra, palms come together. We're gonna interlace the fingers, and it's the instructions are to have your right fingers over your left. So your right pinky on the outside of that. And then the pointer fingers stay released. And then option with the thumbs to keep them pressed together, or you can fold them down as well. So we're lifting up, and I want you to think about how your shoulders feel today. So maybe it feels good to be straight ahead, or maybe today when we take this, you want to take it a little bit forward. So whatever feels good in your shoulders, take a couple breaths. Remembering this is the goddess of fearlessness. So fearlessness can mean lots of things. In our yoga practice, this fearlessness of taking what your body needs, despite what your mind may think. Take one more inhale. Exhale, release the mudra, come back to half splits, any version. You get 3 breaths here. Start to walk your hands forward, plant them, step back to your downward facing dog. When you get there, it's the left leg that lifts. And exhale, left foot outside left hand, drop the right knee. Same thing here, about 3 breaths to decide if you want to pulse it or just hang and sway. One more full breath. And then walk that left foot in, find your low lunge, and then again, Kali Mudra. So when I read about it, it said always right fingers on top, but maybe you're someone who really likes symmetry. So always feel free to change it up. You could switch the grip of the hands. You could change which thumb is on top. I was gonna read a little bit more about the specifications of why the right fingers are on top. Take another inhale, and exhale, find your half splits, 3 breaths there. Start to walk your hands forward again, step right back to your downward facing dog. Let's catch 3 breaths here. Next inhale, right foot goes high. Exhale, right foot to your right hand for warrior 1. So back heel spins down, you come all the way up, press into that left foot to open the hips. And then if you want it, Kali Mudra is here. You're thinking up through the fingertips. You're pulling back on that right hip, pressing down through the left foot. Just a couple breaths. And then remember, you're fearless, you are empowered. We are going to shift from this warrior 1 into a warrior 3 with Kali Mudra, and then back to our warrior 1. We're just going to take that about 4 more times. You're going to shift forward and step back. Forward, back. I think we've got 2 more. Take it forward, step it back. One more time, lift it. Step it back, take a big inhale. Exhale, hands to the mat, high plank. Inhale to shift forward, exhale to lower chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Catch a breath in. And let that one go. Inhale your left foot high. Exhale, left foot, left hand for warrior one. So same thing, we come on up. You create that Kali Mudra if you want it. And then that up action through the hands, down action through that back of that right foot. You pull back on the left hip. Catch a few breaths. Firm up everything. Take an inhale. Exhale, find that warrior three. Inhale back to warrior one. Step into it, warrior three. You keep going. And back to warrior three. Three more. One more, find your warrior one. Find your warrior three. Back to warrior one. Inhale, release your hands. Exhale, hands to the mat, high plank. Inhale, shift. Exhale, lower. Up dog. Downward facing dog. Take 3 breaths. One more big breath in. Let it go. On this inhale, it's right foot high. Exhale, right foot to right hand. Come on up, warrior one. This time, interlace your fingers behind your low back, straighten the front leg. Inhale to lift your chest. Exhale for that bound pyramid. So really pressing down through the feet, nice and firm through the low belly. You've got this action of pulling back on the right hip as you let the torso fall forward. 2 more breaths. One more inhale. And exhale. Release your hands, find a little halfway lift. This one, we're just stepping to switch. So left foot forward, right foot back. We find our warrior one, inhale. Exhale, interlace the hands, maybe opposite thumb on top. Inhale, lift the chest, straighten the leg. Exhale for your bound pyramid left side. So lots of action downward through the feet. Relax through the upper body. And one more breath in. Full breath out. Release the hands. Find a little halfway lift. Inhale. This time, exhale to a high plank. Inhale to shift forward. Exhale to lower. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Let's take 3 breaths. With this inhale, it's right foot high. Exhale, right foot between your hands, left knee down. We're coming back into our low lunge. And maybe it's a little more square this time. So maybe you've got less of a lunge forward, maybe just more kind of right angles. Find your Kali Mudra. So this is one of the moves I'm taking from that video. Take an inhale. On your exhale, from this low lunge straight into a warrior three, we're going to take 3 deep breaths. Full breath in and out. You're going to sweep that left foot back, sweep your body into bear pose. So we're in that hinge. We've got a little bend in the knees. Our torso is parallel to the ground. You're reaching forward. We're just here for 4, for 3, 2, and 1. You release into a forward fold just to move to the back of your mat into an active lunge. And then we plant the right hand, left arm peels high. You're in this dragonfly twist. Take one more big breath in. Exhale, plant your hands, step back to a high plank. You're facing the back of your mat. Inhale, shift forward. Exhale, lower down. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Take a breath in. Let it go. I need another one. Let's take another inhale. And let that one go. With this inhale towards the back of your mat, lift your left leg high. Exhale, left foot between your hands, right knee to the mat. So toes are tucked under. Find your Kali Mudra. Inhale. Exhale into that warrior three for 3 breaths. Full breath in and out. Now we sweep it to our bear pose. So bend into the knees, send the hips back, reach the crown forward. Arms can be forward. You could take them to the side. You could even airplane them, but we're here for 4, 3, 2, 1. Release to a fold and then crawl it back to the front of your mat. Left hand plants, right arm peels high. Lift your left glute. Squeeze the left glute. Lift it and then twist to the right from there. Take another inhale. Exhale, right hand to the mat. Step it back to a high plank. Inhale, shift forward. Exhale, lower. Up dog. Downward facing dog. Let's take 3 breaths. So we're going to take that 2 more times on each side, and we're just going to flow it. So we're going to sweep through that bear pose to the back of the mat, take that open twist, we'll flow, and then we'll start it over. So just a chance to kind of dance it, to feel empowered, and to engage in that fearlessness. The worst thing that happens is that you fall out, and then you just get back in. So on an inhale, lift your right foot high. Exhale, right foot forward, left knee down. Inhale for that low lunge, create your Kali Mudra. Exhale, step into it, warrior 3. Release to your bear pose, and then through a wide leg fold to the back of the mat where right hand plants, left arm peels high. Plant the left hand, step back. Inhale, shift forward. Exhale, chaturanga. Up dog. Downward facing dog, right away, left foot high. Exhale, left foot forward, right knee down. Kali Mudra through the arms, low lunge. Exhale into your warrior 3. Step it back, sweep it through your bear. Release to your fold as you crawl to the front of the mat. Left arm plants, right arm peels high. And then plant the right hand, right leg goes back. Inhale to shift. Exhale to lower. Up dog. Downward facing dog. Inhale that right foot high. Exhale, step it through, left knee down. Kali Mudra with the hands, inhale. Exhale, warrior 3. Through your bear pose and a wide fold as you crawl to the back, right hand plants, left hand lifts. This time, step the left leg back, side plank, where we hold for 3 breaths. Inhale. Save for your exhale. Plant that left hand, inhale, high plank. Exhale, chaturanga if you want it. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Take a breath in. Let it go. Inhale, left foot high. Exhale, left foot forward, right knee down. Kali Mudra, inhale, low lunge. Exhale, warrior 3. Release through your bear pose to your wide fold. Crawl it to the top of your mat. Left hand plants, right arm peels high. This time, right foot steps back. Side plank, 3 breaths. One more breath in. Full breath out. Hands to the mat, high plank, inhale. Exhale, chaturanga. Up dog. Downward facing dog. 5 breaths. Two more breaths. Can you make them really long and slow? Even though this is a pretty fiery, energetic practice, can you find that feminine, lunar energy here? Where can you slow it down? With your next inhale, lift your right foot high. Exhale, right foot between your hands for crescent lunge this time. Leave the back knee lifted. Come on up. It's just 3 breaths. Take another inhale. Exhale, open warrior 2, just 3 breaths here. With this inhale, straighten your front leg. Exhale to a triangle pose. We get 3 breaths. Start to take your gaze down towards your right foot. Half moon is where we're headed. Right foot, right hand. And then today, to get us ready for some of what we're going to do, option to take Chapasana by bending the left knee, catching that left foot, and then kicking into it. So it's almost like a dancer pose where you've got this arch through your back, maybe your chest. We're just here for 3, 2, and 1. Release it. We're going to find a reverse triangle. So step back, reach it up. Exhale, hands to the mat, high plank. Totally optional. Inhale, shift forward. Exhale, chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. You take a big breath in. Full breath out. With your inhale, it's left leg high. Exhale, left foot between your hands for crescent lunge. Come on up, we take 3 breaths. Another inhale. Exhale, open warrior 2. 3 breaths here. Inhale. Stay and exhale. Inhale, straighten that front leg, maybe adjust the feet. Exhale, triangle pose for 3 breaths. Gaze down to the left foot. It's half moon, left hand, left foot. Keep that openness. And then maybe option for Chapasana, bending the right knee, catching the right foot, finding any kick into the right hand to open the chest, to arch through the spine for 3, 2, nice and easy, back through your half moon to a reverse triangle on an inhale. Exhale, hands to the mat. Inhale, shift forward. Exhale, chaturanga. Up dog. Downward facing dog. Let's take 3 slow breaths. All right, so one more little piece that I'm taking from that video that I thought was so cool. We get to practice it a couple times. On your inhale, lift your right foot high. Exhale, right foot between your hands, left knee down. So we're back to that low lunge, Kali Mudra. Inhale. Exhale to your warrior three. From here, it's active dancer. So we're going to lift the chest, keep the Kali Mudra, and then bend the left knee, kick that left foot behind you, just like you're in the dancer pose. We're taking 3 breaths. Probably doesn't look like much, probably feels like a lot. One more inhale. On your exhale, release the foot, plant the hands, inhale to a high plank. Exhale, chaturanga if you're flowing. Up dog, down dog. Take a breath in. Let it go. With this inhale, left foot high. Exhale, left foot forward, right knee down. Back to our Kali Mudra. Inhale, low lunge. Exhale into your warrior three. And then up to that active dancer. So we're up through the chest. We're lifting the right foot behind us for 3 breaths. One more inhale. On your exhale, release your hands, step your foot back, high plank. Woo, exhale, chaturanga if you want it. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. We get 3 breaths. All right, let go of that active dancer for a moment. On your inhale, right foot high. Exhale, right foot between your hands for crescent. Back knee stays lifted. Come on up. Exhale into airplane. From here, regular dancer. So come to stand on the right foot. Catch the inner edge of the left foot. Kick into your hand. Maybe hinge forward. Remember what this feels like. We're just here for 3, 2, and 1. Release it. Just come to standing. Inhale up, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, step the right foot back. Create crescent lunge on your left side. Inhale, crescent. Exhale, airplane. And then straight to our dancer. So catch the inner edge of the right foot. Left arm goes high. Kick into the hand. Maybe you hinge. We're just here for 3, 2, and 1. Release it. Inhale your arms high. Exhale, fold. Halfway lift, breathe in. Exhale, high plank. Inhale to shift. Exhale to lower. Up dog. Down dog. All right, we've got 1 more round to hit our active dancer. Inhale, right foot high. Exhale, right foot forward, left knee down. Kali Mudra through the hands, inhale. Exhale, warrior 3. And then lift the chest, lift the back leg. Active dancer for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release the hands, step back to a high plank. Inhale. Exhale, chaturanga. Woo. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Right away, left foot high. Exhale, left foot forward, right knee down. Last push here. Inhale, lift it up, Kali Mudra. Exhale, warrior 3. And then active dancer. We're here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release it down. Inhale, high plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Up dog. Downward facing dog. And then come down. Take a child's pose. Take your knees wide. Rest your chest, rest your forehead. About 8 breaths here. So I had never done an active dancer. I loved it. I thought it was really hard, but pretty powerful. And really in that same vein with Kali, this idea of empowerment, this idea of fearlessness, balancing on one leg, trying something new. Let's take 2 more breaths. And then walk your hands in. We're going to set up for a camel pose. So come to stand on the knees, hands in your back pocket. We've just got this one big heart opener. So press your hips forward, drive your tailbone down, squeeze your elbows together, lift, lift, lift. Maybe you reach for heels. Maybe it's an untucking of the toes, but we're here for 5 full breaths. Open mouth inhales and exhales when you need them, maybe to let go of some heat. And then it's probably little breaths here. So 2 more breaths. 1 more. And then it's hands back to your pockets. Come to sit on your heels. You can leave the toes untucked. Hands in your lap, close your eyes, and just rest. And even here, in this moment, a little appreciation for your body. Trying new shapes. Recognizing the strength that takes not only physically, but mentally to come into shapes that aren't familiar. And for me, an active dancer, really uncomfortable. So there's power in this body that can sit with discomfort, not with pain. So we're never pushing past things, but maybe working through them. Take 1 more full breath. We'll walk our hands forward, sliding into a half pigeon on the right side. So from your tabletop, you can take it, if you really need a down dog here, take that. But then we'll settle into half pigeon on the right side. Find that little wiggle, some evenness through your hips, a lift through your chest. And when you're ready, maybe it's forearms. And maybe after a few breaths, you bring it all the way down. Wherever you're at, it might feel really beneficial to rest your forehead on something. So a pillow, your hands, your fists, and just rest here. And always thinking about, that's one of my favorite yoga quotes, that the opposite of active isn't passive, but receptive. So here, after a lot of active poses, what can you receive? And then maybe in order to receive, you need to let go of something. So maybe it's some tension through the shoulders. Maybe it's some kind of idea that needs to be let go of, but whatever it is, what can you soften and what can you get more of in this pose? One more breath. Walk yourself back up. You can press yourself back to your tabletop or your down dog. Give it just a second, and then we'll switch sides. So it's left knee forward. Scoot that right leg back. The same thing, you'll find that little kind of shimmy so you feel nice and even through the hips. And inhale to lift your chest. And then exhale to fold any amount. Knowing you have a good moment here to soften it. So it doesn't have to be 100% right away. It doesn't even have to be 100% in 2 minutes. You take this to whatever depth feels right today. And again, that idea of fearlessness in accepting what is today. So no need to change or fix. No need to label it good or bad. Remember, Kali is outside the constraints of good or bad. She just is, and she isn't. She's formless. So even though it was this fiery practice, it was this idea of driving out negative forces. So settling away from the heat now into this softness. We moved the energy outward so that we could settle into this calmer energy. Take one more full breath. And then start to push yourself up. We'll take one final down dog. So press it back. Maybe use some bend in the knees here to lengthen the low back. Couple petals. And when you're ready, start to walk your feet forward. Come onto your seat. Stretch both legs long in front of you. Scoop your cheeks out of the way. Sit up nice and tall. Maybe it's a reach up. Maybe it's a press down, but it's a long spine. Inhale. Exhale, Paschimottanasana. We've been honoring Kali, who is the epitome of empowerment. Here, we honor ourselves and recognize the power that we have. So affirming here that you are someone who is powerful, someone who can achieve what they set their mind to, someone who believes in their power. So not only empowered, but fully aware and accepting of that power. And one more full breath. Start to lift your chest back up. Draw the soles of the feet together. Let the knees stay wide, and then leave a lot of space between your hips and your heels for our diamond side stretch. So hands wind underneath. We take right hand to right knee to press up and away for 3 slow breaths. One more full breath. Come to line the right arm under, left hand to the left knee to press up and away. 3 slow breaths. Come back to center, unwind the hands, draw the heels in nice and close, just a short little butterfly fold here. Hands around the feet or the shins, lift up, roll your shoulders back, and then hinge, hinge, hinge. And once your flat back stops you from hinging anymore, go ahead and let it round. Drop your head. Look at your powerful feet, give them a couple squeezes. Thanks for standing on one foot multiple times today. Lift yourself back up, close your knees up, roll onto your back. Actually, let's take a different supine twist. So let's take the left foot planted, right leg all the way up and over the left. So thigh to thigh. And then you're gonna press into your left foot, lift your hips, drop them over to the right, like 2 or 3 inches. And then knees fall to the left. Probably your right shoulder is going to peel away for today. Don't even worry about it. But if this doesn't feel good in your knees or your ankles, just uncross the legs. You can take a stacked knees supine twist. One more full breath. And then come back to center, uncross the legs, bring your hips back to center. Right foot stays planted, left leg all the way up and over, thigh to thigh. Press in the right foot to lift the hips and drop them over 2 or 3 inches to the left as your knees fall over to the right. And you breathe. Bring the knees back up, unwind the legs, lift the hips back to the center. And then your choice may be a final squeeze and hug of the legs. Maybe it's a full body stretch, whatever you need as you start to find your way into your Shavasana shape. So you have this Kali Mudra, which is said to be detoxifying, not only for the body, but for the mind. So you release negative emotions to make way for positive energy. So here, can you release more? Can you release the effect on your breath? Can you release through the body any tension? Can you let go of any thoughts, whether they're positive or negative, and just be right here, right now, in your final Shavasana? Start to re-deepen your breath. Some big, forceful exhales to continue flushing out any old energy that you don't need to make space for the new. And then some wiggles through fingers and toes, some rocks through your ankles and wrists. When you feel ready, reach your arms up overhead, take a full body stretch. And on your exhale, draw your knees into your chest, roll to one side, find your fetal pose and pause. And lots of gratitude, as always, for the body that you're in right now. Appreciating all the ways that it is at this moment. Remembering in appreciation all the ways that it's ever been. And thanking it in advance for all the ways it will be in the future. With that, start to bring yourself up to a comfortable seat. We're going to draw our hands together at heart center, and since we just spent a whole hour flushing out negative energy and negative thoughts, it should be easy to push into your heart space and remind yourself that you are someone who leads life with a kind and loving heart. And then draw your thumbs up to your lips and remind yourself that you are someone who speaks kind and loving words. Thumb knuckles up to your third eye as an affirmation that you are someone who thinks kind and loving thoughts. And then take your bow to yourself, to your practice, to all the many people that make it possible, and seal it all in.